Everyone, welcome back to Staying Strong for Marriages. I'm going to continue in the series called Questions for Christians. This one's going to be pretty short and straight to the point. I basically just wanted to craft a question to the women out there regarding the question, the controversy, the hang up that I just hear a lot of people. It seems like it's tough to sort out what is all this stuff in the scriptures regarding submission to husbands. What do you guys think? I think it would be really interesting to hear a variety of comments, and I think I wanted to make it like kind of a two-part. One, maybe how do you think about it in general, and what's been the most influential thing that's kind of caused you or influenced you to land on the position that you are. So typically, if you go to church and say you're going through, maybe the pastor's going through a series on Ephesians, you might hear a lot of people that walk away from those passages or that book, say, and they'll basically really key in on the verse that says, submit one to another. And so they'll kind of walk away from everything with that verse at the top saying, you know what, really the essence of all of this stuff is really equality or egalitarianism. Other people, they're going to key in on maybe some of those other verses where there's more of a hierarchical structure where, God is at the head, at the top. Then the husband is to lead the family, supported by the wife. And then, of course, the children are supposed to submit to the parents. So this, no doubt, causes people a lot of not only just confusion, I think, because there's I think it's hard for people to talk about. I don't think people typically talk about it in Bible studies, or it has the potential to be very volatile. I know it's hard for a lot of couples, not just on the kind of thoughtfulness side of it. That's not the right way to say it. But you guys know what I mean in terms of sorting out the ideas and articulating them well and not winding up in some kind of confused state well, maybe it's half this and half that, and we're not sure, when we're supposed to submit to each other and when we're supposed to, when the husband is supposed to be leading. Maybe is that 50-50 part of the time? Is it situational based? Also, a lot of people, it's not very clear cut as far as, how do you do that? What would be the implementation? And then, it could just get more and more complicated. I'm thinking of David Instone Brewer. He thought that it was quite out of bounds or unreasonable for any woman to be asked to agree to such terms. Certainly, if she wanted to on her own accord, she could. He thought that was fine. But for an institution or a group of outsiders to basically tell her that that was going to be her role as a wife, that really, he didn't think that was very good. But then, if you're maybe from a more conservative, say, Baptist background, I've done videos by people from Desiring God, John Piper. I think they're Northern Baptist. I know they're not Southern. I think they're Northern or American Baptist. I'm not sure. But, that ministry spent a bunch of time trying to sort through gender roles, things of this nature, looking at the amazingness of women, the amazingness of men, both being created in the image of God and having separate and distinct roles. I'm also curious, for the mothers out there. I mean, good night. If you're spending a ton of time with those kids, it's there's leadership out the ears. I mean, it's all day I watched this lady at the grocery store today. She had the little one strapped to her chest. She had two of them in the cart. She was, I was I almost went up to her and said great job, wow. But those John Pipers and those types, this is a little bit old, but Mark Driscoll, right? Very big on this kind of headship stuff. There's a lot of secular guys out there saying, look, women really actually do love this stuff. Someone just sent me a book, something about the 3% male or something about how a lot of the stuff that guys are being told about interacting with women blows up in our faces. Women are upset. It doesn't work out well because we have a false idea of egalitarianism and that women don't actually want that. So I'll leave it there. I think you guys know it's maybe not the best way, but I don't care. Drop a drop a mini essay in the comment section. Tell us what you think if you're more the egalitarian, or maybe there's women out there that they're like, no way, like I want this like stud guy that like he has a plan, and I'm totally happy to support him. I don't know how many women are out there in each of those camps, but I would be curious to know. And then again, like I said, what has been the most influential thing? Was it a college Bible study leader? Was it watching your parents maybe self-destruct, or maybe be really successful and it seemed like it worked really well for them? I don't know. Or it could be something you read. Like I said, there's a lot of people teaching different things. It could be just the women in your life. It could be you're not sure, but you just maybe. I mean, there are a lot of people that say, "Oh, this whole, you guys know about all the awful patriarchy stuff, the feminism, the upset, the outrage, that whole movement." There's a lot of that in TV shows. I think that does have a big push, but there's also this lady Karen. I can't remember her name. Interesting. I've never met any like pastors or teachers in Christendom that are explicitly anti-feminist. I suppose they're out there, but I've never met anybody full on that has like kind of spoken in those terms. It always seems like it's kind of like secular, I don't know, philosophers, YouTube influencers, kind of the intellectuals that tackle that, but I've never heard it from outside. So I'm asking you guys, share your thoughts with me and let us know. I mean, it's really interesting. I think we would all find it very, very interesting. Keep it clean, keep it cool. Obviously, it's a little bit explosive, but just be respectful out there with other people's comments. Just listen to what they have to say. If you're not sure, maybe you could ask them a question, but let's not make it all about like, well, actually, you're wrong. I don't think that's what I'm hoping to see this kind of land or wind up in, but you guys know what I'm saying. Hope you guys are doing great. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.